There's a moment, just after sunrise, when the world is still, the air is crisp and a wide, low shape glides forward with a kind of quiet confidence that only a true Italian masterpiece can deliver. No engine roar, no gear shifts, just motion and presence. Then, with a flick of your right foot, the dual electric motors unleash a surge of power so immediate, so violent, it feels like the earth itself splits open. This is the Alfa Romeo Stelvio EV 2026. Stylish electric SUV. Not just a new model, but resurrection. Over 550 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. A design so sleek, so balanced. It looks like it was drawn by a Renaissance artist with a stopwatch in one hand and a paintbrush in the other. This isn't just Alfa Romeo's answer to the Tesla Model Y Performance or the BMW 9. It's their boldest statement yet. That passion doesn't have to sacrifice innovation. From the moment it appears, with its laser-sharp LED headlights slicing through the twilight, its wide, minimalist grille glowing like a digital beacon, you know this is different. It's not pretending to be electric. It is electric, and it's here to redefine what's possible. Today, we're diving deep into the all-new Stelvio EV. From its jaw-dropping design to its driver-focused cockpit, from its whisper-quiet performance to its cutting-edge tech. We'll explore how fast it goes, how it handles, and whether it can truly carry the legacy of the original Stelvio Quadrifoglio, the legendary 159, and the iconic Spider into the future. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most important Alfa Romeo since the Giulia EV? Or has the brand gone too far to be tamed? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks. Because the updated Stelvio EV 2026 doesn't just carry on Alfa Romeo's design language, it elevates it. At first glance, it's unmistakably Alfa Romeo, that long hood, the wide stance, the confident posture. But everything about it feels more refined, sculpted, purposeful. The overall length is 188.4 inches, with 74.8. Height just 67.5, making it slightly longer and wider than the outgoing Stelvio Quadrifoglio, with a roof line that flows into the rear deck like a grand tourer from another era. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.27, it's one of the most aerodynamically advanced production electric SUVs Alfa Romeo has ever built, a key reason it's so stable at high speeds. Up front, you're greeted by the new slim LED headlights, a signature Alfa Romeo design element known as Scudetto Glow, that pulse with light when you unlock the car. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for driver assistance and adaptive cooling for the battery and motors. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED headlights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. The iconic Alfa Romeo grille is wider, deeper, and now fully illuminated, not just for cooling, but as a statement. It's functional, yes, but it's also emotional, a bold declaration that this car means business. Now, step back and take in a profile, because this is where the Stelvio EV truly shines. That long hood, the short rear deck, the fastback roofline that flows seamlessly into liftback trunk. The doors open with a soft click, revealing frameless windows and flush door handles that pop out when you approach. And look at those wheels. 20-inch forged magnesium alloys in the front, 21-inch in the rear, wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Zero elect tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish. They're lightweight and aerodynamically sculpted, with optional aero covers to further reduce drag. The side profile is defined by a single, sharp character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillights, clean, uninterrupted, and purposeful. No clutter, no unnecessary vents. Just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the rear quarter windows. They taper into the C-pillar with a subtle crease that echoes Alfa Romeo's recent design language, but with more refined, efficiency-focused execution. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar, not just a strip, but a dynamic display that animates when you unlock the car and pulses when you brake. The liftback trunk opens wide, revealing one of the most practical trunks in the luxury performance world. And the rear diffuser? Pure style. No exhaust to hide on a hybrid, of course, but it gives the car a planted, aggressive stance. The license plate is centered, clean, and framed by the wide track. And under the skin, the rear-mounted motors and transaxle are perfectly balanced, giving the car near 49/51 weight distribution, critical for handling and stability. And let's talk presence, because the Stelvio EV isn't trying to whisper, it's commanding silence. It's for the young professional who values style over flash, the family commuter who wants innovation without pretense, and the enthusiast who still cares about how a car feels. This is a car for people who care about performance, design, and real-world usability. It's a daily driver with long-distance comfort, a tech showcase that doesn't feel overwhelming, and a vehicle that proves you don't need six figures to get serious electric power. This isn't just a car, it's a lifestyle. Now, let's step inside, because the exterior is a masterclass in modern minimalism. The interior is where Alfa Romeo truly makes its case of the future. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is the space. Despite its sleek, fastback roofline, the Stelvio EV feels huge inside. That's thanks to Alfa Romeo's new electric architecture, designed from the ground up for next-generation EVs. With no transmission tunnel, no engine block steering room. The result? A wheelbase of 111.8 inches. Longer than the outgoing model, which means legroom that's nothing short of first class. Even at 6'3", I had over 5 inches of space between my knees and the front seat. And the ceiling? That panoramic glass roof stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a lounge in the sky. The materials? Luxurious, sustainable, and meticulously finished. You got optional semi-aniline leather, soft, rich, and available in Rosso Alpha, Nero, or Grigio Scuro. Or go for the eco-conscious ECO fabric, made from recycled materials, that feels just as premium. Real open-pore carbon fiber trim on the dash and doors. No fake plastic here. Brushed aluminum accents. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where Alfa Romeo throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is a 12.3-inch digital cluster and a 14.0-inch central infotainment screen, both seamlessly bonded into a single glass-like surface. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by Alfa's latest infotainment software. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Climate controls, always visible at the bottom. Navigation, crystal clear, with real-time EV routing that factors in elevation, weather, and traffic to maximize range. And here's the genius part. Haptic feedback and voice control work in harmony. When you press a button on the screen, you feel a subtle click. No more guessing if you actually tapped it. And Hey Alpha wakes the system instantly. Hey Alpha, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Alpha, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. Below that, near the center console, is a beautifully crafted rotary dial. Not a stalk, not a dial, but a sculpted piece of art that glows softly when you start the car. It's angled perfectly toward the driver, minimizing glare. And speaking of lighting, the ambient system here is next level. You've got 30 color options, with zones that can be customized independently. Want a soft blue glow on the footwells and a warm amber on the dash? Done. There's even a mood light feature that shifts colors based on driving mode. Cool blue in efficiency, warm red in sport. It's not just mood lighting, it's an experience. Seating? Plush, supportive, and available with heating, ventilation, and massage. The front seats are 16-way power adjustable, with excellent bolstering for long drives. In the back? Even better. Thanks to that long wheelbase and flat floor, rear passengers get limo-like legroom. And the rear seats are heated, with their own climate controls USB-C ports, and even a rear touchscreen for adjusting settings. This isn't just a driver's car, it's a full family luxury machine. Storage? Surprisingly practical for a performance machine. There's a deep center console with wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports, and enough room for your phone, wallet, and keys. The door pockets are wide, the glove box is deep, and the rear armrest has cup holders and controls for the rear passengers. And despite being a performance machine, it's got a real trunk, 25.0 cubic feet, which is more than a Tesla Model Y. Plus, there's a front trunk, or frunk, with another 3.0 cubic feet of space. That's enough for groceries, a carry-on, or charging cables. For a car this sleek, it's shockingly livable. Now let's talk tech. Because if the design and interior are impressive, the technology is where the Stelvio EV truly separates itself from the pack. Alfa Romeo has equipped the Stelvio EV 2026 with one of the most advanced tech suites in a class, and it's all designed to make your life easier, not more complicated. Starting with driver assistance, Alfa Active Drive combines adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, traffic jam assist, and hands-free highway driving in select regions. It uses a combination of cameras, radar, and ultrasonic sensors to deliver confident, smooth automation. It can handle lane changes, on-ramp merging, and even stop-and-go traffic with near-human intuition. And if you take your hands off the wheel too long, a gentle chime reminds you stay focused, no harsh disengagements. But it's not just about automation, it's about connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, fully supported, both wireless. Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, all standard. You can update the car's software while you sleep, adding new features, improving performance, or enhancing safety without ever visiting a dealership. Alfa Romeo has already rolled out multiple major updates since launch, improving everything from voice recognition to battery management. Voice control? Hey, Alfa wakes the system instantly, and it understands natural speech. Hey, Alfa, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey, Alfa, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. And then there's the Alfa Connect app, your digital key and command center. Lock or unlock the car from your phone. Precondition the cabin before you get in. Monitor charging status. Activate the welcome lighting sequence. You can even honk the horn or flash the lights if you're trying to find it in a crowded parking lot. It's seamless, intuitive, and deeply integrated. One of the coolest features? The welcome light sequence. When you approach the car, the headlights and taillights animate in sync, the doors unlock silently, and the interior glows to life, all without pressing a button. It's not just convenient, it's emotional. It makes you feel like the car is happy to see you. And for those who love personalization, the Stelvio EV lets you save multiple driving profiles, customize screen layouts, and even set preferred charging times to take advantage of off-peak electricity rates. This isn't just a car, it's a smart, connected lifestyle device. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, performance. Because all the luxury and tech in the world mean nothing if the car doesn't deliver when you stomp the throttle. And here, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio EV 2026 doesn't just deliver, it glides. Under the skin, you've got a dual-motor electric powertrain, smooth, powerful, and paired with a single-speed transmission for seamless power delivery. Total output? A smooth 550 horsepower and 600 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a BMW X3M, and it's a 5-seat liftback SUV. And because it's electric, there's no delay, just a relentless surge of power that builds like a symphony, peaking with a whisper that echoes through the canyons. And the numbers? They're impressive. The Stelvio EV hit 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. Top speed? 155 miles per hour. Electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama, no wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge of acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The handling? Razor sharp. The Stelvio EV gets adaptive suspension with rear wheel steering. Up to 5 degrees of counterphase steering at low speeds for tighter turns, and in-phase at high speeds for stability. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly, not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive steel discs, bringing this 4,800-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 106 feet. That's supercar territory. And the best part? It's comfortable. Even in Sport Plus mode, the ride is supple, soaking up bumps and imperfections without crashing or jittering. Switch to comfort mode, and it glides over the road like a magic carpet. There's no noise, no tire hum, no wind whistle. Just the distant howl of the motors and the soft thump of the suspension. It's serene, calming, and yet, at any moment, you can unleash pure fury with a flick of your right foot. In real-world driving, it's a dream. On the highway, it's whisper quiet, with minimal wind or road noise. The suspension soaks up expansion joints and potholes without drama. In the city, it's easy to maneuver despite its size, thanks to tight turning circles and excellent visibility. And on twisty back roads, it handles with surprising poise. Body roll is minimal, turning is sharp, and the all-wheel drive system keeps you planted through corners. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a genuinely engaging driver's car. Now, let's talk about the battery. Because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly plugging in? EPA estimated range? Up to 330 miles, making it one of the longest-range luxury EVs in its class. That's more than a BMW iX xDrive 50, more than a Genesis GV70 electrified, and competitive with the Lucid Gravity. In real-world driving, we saw around 310 miles on a mixed city and highway route, which is outstanding for a 4,800-pound machine. But the real magic is in charging. With 270 kW peak charging capability, the Stelvio EV can add up to 200 miles of range in just 10 minutes. We timed it from 10% to 80% in 24 minutes and 18 seconds. That's faster than most luxury EVs, and it means you can charge during a coffee break and keep going. It uses a CCS standard, but Alfa Romeo is expected to offer a free adapter for Tesla's NACS network, meaning you can plug into the vast majority of superchargers across the US. And with the upcoming integration into the Tesla network, Stelvio EV owners will have access to over 15,000 chargers nationwide. No range anxiety here, just freedom. Now, let's be real, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the performance. The Stelvio EV 2026 is one of the most extreme production SUVs ever built, a true halo car for the electric age. Second, the design. The Stelvio EV is arguably the most striking performance SUV on the market, sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the value. At under $95,000 fully loaded, it undercuts rivals like the Tesla Model Y Performance and BMW iX xDrive 50 by tens of thousands, while offering more standard features and better efficiency. Now, the cons. 1. The price. While competitive, it's still a 6-figure machine, not for the masses. 2. The usability. This car isn't designed for comfort. It's stiff, loud, and focused. Perfect for the track, less so for the daily commute. And the competition? The Tesla Model Y Performance offers more refinement and a more established software ecosystem, but it lacks the raw aggression and driver engagement of the Stelvio EV. The BMW iX xDrive 50 is more luxurious, but it's heavier and less balanced. The Genesis GV70 electrified is more practical, but it's less powerful. So where does the Stelvio EV win? In balance. It's the only SUV that combines Italian passion with real-world performance and everyday usability. It beats the Model Y in driver feel. It outshines the 9 in comfort, but it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV because it has third-row seating and it's spacious. So, final verdict? The Alfa Romeo Stelvio EV 2026. Stylish electric SUV isn't just a great SUV, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that an electric SUV can be luxurious, efficient, powerful, and stunningly beautiful, all at once and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of Italian engineering without sacrificing excitement, for the enthusiast who craves innovation, for the collector who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you want a more established luxury badge, or if you're not ready to embrace a high-performance machine, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of style, substance, and soul, the Stelvio EV is as close as it gets to automotive perfection. So, what do you think? Is this the most exciting SUV of the decade? Would you trade efficiency for that level of craftsmanship and emotion? Or would you go for something more practical? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.